Ladies and gentlemen, who make some noise if you would please for Vincent Ingala and Sandy Shaw.
Around the world, baby.
That very distinguished voice that you're hearing behind me is Rich Edwards from Smooth Grooves in the UK.
That's right.
Yeah, and thanks so much for the great music. Yes, let's give it up for Rich. He's keeping us moving this weekend. For those watching on Facebook Live, on smoothjazz.com Global, this is what we do in Mallorca. It's not just concert and after concert, although it is that, but during the day, there's also fun activities. People go to Palma for shopping. There's wine tasting tours, olive oil tasting tours, great restaurants, great beaches, and then really fun, really late parties every single night.
Ain't no party like the Mallorca party, that's for sure. And you know what? The Mallorca after parties are legendary too. They are legendary, and I think everybody here last night was in there dancing until 4 a.m.
Yeah,
like me and you.
I know, it's crazy.
You're my dancing partner.
I know, for life.
For life.
Yeah,
for life.
You're gonna have to tell your future wife that.
I missed this lady so much because I haven't seen her in like 3 years, right? Since we were here.
Yeah, 2 years ago here.
So this is a reunion for you and I.
Yeah.
To catch up. What was I going to say?
Feng Shui.
No, something before that. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Before we go any further, could we just give a huge round of applause? And we would not be here today without the support of Christian and Sandra. Give them a round of applause for bringing smooth jazz to Europe and bringing the music to Mallorca and Portugal, and for keeping the music alive. We thank you so much, and so many people are grateful to your dedication to the genre and to music. And come on, say some words. Say some words.
Well, thank you for your words, and I have to thank you all, because without you, it would not be that experience. So it's teamwork.
Thank you.
Teamwork. It's team
That's
fun.
Right. That's right.
It's team fun. I like it.
That's right. That's
thank
right.
you.
And also thank you to all you guys, because we would not be able to continue touring or making music if it wasn't for your support. And so overall, thank you for supporting live music. Very important. We can't let it become a lost art. Live music, there's nothing like it, right?
No, you know, and I want to take a second on that. This music format, we like to call it smooth jazz, but it's really everything that Christian and Sonny call it, isn't it? It's R&B, it's soul, jazz, funk,
instrumental pop,
instrumental music, and it's become a lifestyle. And it's really there's really no age demographic for it. We're all just having a lot of fun, whether you're in your 20s or in your 50s. We're all just here to have a great time, and I absolutely love this music format for that. It's beyond just your radio. It's beyond your speaker. It's a lifestyle. So thanks for supporting that and helping this grow all over the world, because that's what's happening. And we appreciate you.
Yes, yes you did. Yes, you did. So Rich wanted me to talk about the song he just played, Feng Shui. Feng Shui. Do you know what Feng Shui is? It's like a Chinese way of life almost. It's like it harmonizes one's environment with your life. So in other words, like, I don't know how to explain it really. It's like
a philosophy for...
Yes. It's like, yes.
Yin and yang.
Yin and yang. It's about having a balance in life and finding the mix between hard work and pleasure and all that, and also
how
like
you organize your space.
Yes, how you organize your space in your house. So in other words, like if you're free of clutter, you have clean lines, you're organized, then that means your mind is free of clutter, and you can go out and have a good time knowing that your room is neat.
You don't want to see my desk.
No. In America, we call that OCD.
I call it organized chaos.
Organized chaos too. It's another one. So I've always kind of like been intrigued by that, you know, and the song I wanted to kind of like do a little nod to Feng Shui, but I got creative with the title. It's like a little play on words. So it's F-E-N-G, and then it would be
Sway.
S-H-U-I, Feng Shui. But I said Feng Sway, S-W-A-Y, like swaying to the music. And someone thought I spelt it wrong. But no, this is actually intentional. So that was Feng Shui. And that was no sax, that was a guitar song.
That's great.
That was a guitar song.
But how is it for you when we saw last night that you brought your guitar. How is it for you with the audiences when you pull out the guitar and some people don't know you play that? Do you get it? What kind of feedback are you getting? And it's a follow-up question to that, since I know you don't like to give up the mic. No, I'm just
What?
I'm kidding you. I'm kidding you.
No.
Part B. I'm teasing him.
She's kidding.
Part B. Part B is. Do you ever play the drums in your show?
He used to.
I try to on special occasions I do. I'm like I'm trying to find a way to incorporate it more into the show, the drum, because the drums are my first instrument.
That's right. That's
They're my
what
love. Yeah,
Yes.
I love playing the drums. And no, but
And the guitar.
the
thing,
guitar thing, I like to give everybody variety in the show.
Yeah.
I like to break it up, so it's not just strictly saxophone all night. You know.
Right.
And I think people appreciate the variety. It keeps their interest. It keeps my interest. You know, I don't want to get bored all night just playing the sax. I like switching off, playing the guitar, little vocals
Yes.
here and there. I think it's good all around.
You're getting
too.
great feedback on that. I
Absolutely.
imagine. Yeah,
Absolutely.
cool. Very good.
Can't go wrong
You
with
played so well.
diversity.
No,
Little smorgasbord of instruments. You know.
I like it.
Thank you.
What's cool about that too is you get to actually see him play the instruments that he's playing on the CD. You know, which is fun to see how proficient you are on that. What is your favorite instrument to play after the saxophone?
Oh, drums.
For sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. It's strange though, because saxophone came last in the order of
Wow.
instruments. I started on the drums first, really young, 3-4 years old, and then it kind of like was a domino effect.
Okay.
You know, I moved on to the guitar. My father taught me 3 chords. He knew G, C, and D, but you could play a million songs with those 3 chords. It's unbelievable.
That's true.
Then I took it upon myself to learn the rest, and then my cousins had a keyboard one day, and I stole it.
Wow.
I never gave it back until I learned chords, and so I just always loved music. I always loved all types too, all types. My father was a DJ, and he had an extensive record collection. Yes, I said records. I actually grew up with vinyl. That's a fact.
That's
I'm
awesome.
proud of that. And you know, I started with the doo-wop and 50s and 60s, Elvis, Beatles, and all that. Then I moved on to, you know, a lot of R&B stuff. My father always had an affinity for horn groups. But, you know, I mean, we have Tower Power and Earth, Wind, and Fire, bands like that. But he always went, and Rich knows this, he always went a little deeper into the obscures, like BT Express, Mandrill, Brass Construction, all groups like that. So that's a huge part of my influence.
Wow, that's deep.
That's deep.
Like over here stuff.
Players Association.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, you know that song? Turn the music up? That's right. I gotta say, the Europe crowd,
Yeah.
they know their R&B.
Seriously.
You guys know your R&B and your old school. I mean, this is like, you cannot stump you guys.
We just old.
You're not old school, you're just old, he said. No, it's funny. It's some of the best music ever made.
Absolutely. You know, the Tower of Power horn arrangements, and like Greg Adams, who I'm sure you've met a few times, the arrangements there. And yeah, I mean, the cool thing about Vincent is that he was raised by a DJ, you know, and it's just fascinating how deep. I mean, we were just having lunch a bit ago with the guys from Shack Attack, who will be coming up soon.
Yeah.
And I have to say, in America, we're not overly familiar with that band, other than the big hits, you know. And I'm trying to learn all about what I'm going to ask them, because we just didn't have them over there. In fact, Roger told me from the band that they've never played the United States. But then I said to Vincent, "Hey Vincent, this is Shack Attack," and he sat there and rattled off every fact pretty much about the band. And I'm so grateful that he'll be next to me when we do that interview later, because of his dad. And it's just an awesome. You basically have the highest degree of music from your dad.
It's, you know, I've listened to a lot of music growing up. That's the key. It's just absorbing everything I could like a sponge, and listening to why records are good. You know, what makes this record good? What are the drums doing with the bass? How are they locking in together? What's so special about that? I think just repetitive listening to music and studying it. You know, I think that's so important. There's not enough listening today. Everyone's too instant gratification. I got to try this, or if I'm not happy, I'll move on to something else. There's not enough listening. You got to take the time to just enjoy it and listen and study. It's like that's my homework.
That's right.
We're supposed to do that as musicians, you know.
we live in a busy world right now, you know, so and all of our listening platforms have changed, you know, so it's not back where we're listening to vinyl and reading everything anymore, which is kind of sad, but at the same time, more music is available to us, which I think is great, you know, and it's allowing for the music industry, which recently went through a lot of change, to sort of reform itself in a way that, you know, we can access it more today, which I believe ultimately will be great for the artists. It's been a reconstruction, but you know, it's a whole other topic. We'll play a little more of the album, and maybe you could chat with Richard about a couple songs, and then what I'd like to do is come back and see if anybody has any questions for Vincent while we're out here, because we've got him, you know, here right now. So think about what you'd like to ask him, and we'll come back and have another chat.
Okay, we're going to play a song for you now. I opened up the show with this one last night.